Jason Giambi called it a career after 20 seasons, did so on Monday. But what is next? For that, we bring in our MLB Network insider, Bob Nightengale, who joins us. So what is next for Jason Giambi? Could he possibly manage someday?
He will manage one day, Paul. I mean, everybody raves about this guy. Terry Francona, the Indians manager, said he's a manager in waiting, and he could see him managing tomorrow. I think Jason ends up taking a whole year off, and then decides what he wants to do, whether he wants to go to a front office, a special assistant, become a major league coach, or if that managing job is available, take it. He was up for that Rockies job just a couple years ago, and they gave it to Walt Weiss.
Obviously, we've heard nothing but good things about the way that he interacts with teammates, players on the other team, so obviously it seems like managing would only be natural. In terms of Alex Rodriguez, that's kind of the big news around baseball on Tuesday, the handwritten apology that he issued to the fans. Was it smart for him to go about it this way instead of a big press conference in Tampa or the Bronx, for that matter?
Hey, he's going to make a lot of money off that letter just on eBay, right, Paul? It's going to be amazing. But, yeah, it wasn't going to do him any good having a press conference. He's already apologized to the Yankees, apologized to Rob Mann for the commissioner's office. He needs to apologize to players. He hasn't done that yet. He needs to go around every time they go somewhere. He needs to say sorry for cheating, sorry for putting you guys under the scrutiny you did. But I thought if he had a press conference, people still aren't going to believe him. They're going to attack him. Let's be honest, there's still a couple of court things going on yet in the month of April where he may have to testify. So he couldn't be completely wide open without putting himself in some jeopardy.
Do you think that journalists like yourself can actually do this, can actually just kind of move forward with Alex Rodriguez, or is he going to get asked these questions anyway?
I think he's got to put a stop to it. Barry Bonds was the best at this. After the Balco thing, I was around Bonds a lot when he was breaking the home run records and everything else. And he pretty much said, baseball questions, ask me what you want. If you ask a question about Balco, boom, the interview is over. And I think if Alex does this, he's okay. He's got to be mentally tough. And certainly there's been a lot of guys who have handled it. I mean, his own former teammate, Andy Pettitte, handled it. And people almost forget that he admitted HGH.
How about the Philadelphia Phillies as we, again, get back to the field here? They're going to open camp in the next few days. They're going to do so with an awful lot of rumors swirling about whether or not to break apart this team or not. What's the field going to be like when the Phillies get together?
Well, it's going to be awfully interesting tomorrow when they all take their physicals and the front office staff is there. They get to ask questions. I mean, you got 4-star players in that team are all up for trade talks. I mean, Cole Hamels is going to be traded at some point. If it's not by opening day, soon thereafter. Cliff Lee will be traded once he's healthy. They've been trying to trade Ryan Howard. Jonathan Papelbon's on the block. So it's a potpourri for scouts this spring. Clearwater's going to become a very popular place.
While a lot of people can't wait for spring training to actually start, your mind is already in October. Am I right? You already have your surprise World Series picks.
Spring training never means anything, so I'll make it before spring even starts. I'm going for the two cities that are about 5 billion miles from each other. I'm going to the Seattle Mariners. I think they were on the verge last year of doing something special. Now they have Nelson Cruz. I think they'll win the American League pennant. And I like the Miami Marlins. Now, I'm not sure Marlins will win the division with the Washington Nationals, but I think they get in at least by one of the wild card spots. I like this team a lot, too, with the remade infield. And you're going to have Jose Fernandez, come back midsummer and just trade for Matt Latos, who's a genuine ace.